Hello, my name is Nathan, and I'm representing Group 1, and our application is TaskHive. We have our executable file here. Double click that, and what appears is the list of lists that the user has created to help them accomplish and manage what they want to get done. So as you can see, we have a couple already populated just to show the persistence. So if I were to close out right now, it'll still be there. If I were to add a new list, let's say workouts, push, pull, legs, low priority, save and create list. And then I were to exit out, open it again, it'll appear. If I were to shrink the screen, we get scroll bars in both directions. We opted against the JTable because it didn't work with how we wanted it to look. So this is what we went with instead. We made some custom ones. You can also search for lists, and it will search through the title and the description for whatever you type in the bar. So if I just type E, everything should stay. If I type design, you should only get the top one. If I type task, should it just be the top one still? Yes, it will. If I do nothing, and then if I do, say, items, so that shows that it goes into the description. So yeah, there's items here too. I was wondering why that one showed up as well. And then we press search again. So as you can see, we also have created and due date, priority, and category. These are other ways that they can be filtered by. So if we do by due date, it switches to the closest due date. And if I switch to priority, it'll do based by highest priority, which is how we had it in the first place. Switch by category, you get a new list, and these are all created by the user. So when I created this list, I wrote in projects. If you press search, it'll show up. But if there were multiple, we can actually demonstrate that in a moment. So new list, project 3, project, and then category. Actually, now we'll see if this shows up based on, okay, so it does depend. If you don't have them the same capitalization, it won't put them in the same group. So that's something we did not think about. Let me do it again, project 4, projects, and then if we select projects, it should now appear. All right, so that's all for the lists. And then if you click inside of them, this one already has some information I filled out just for demonstration purposes. As you can see, it was due on the 1st. Today is the 2nd, so if I mark it as complete, it'll still go green, but if you mark it incomplete, it is red because it is late. These ones are due later, so they are just blank. They are not marked anything. You can mark it complete, mark it incomplete, and so on. If you add another task, this would be %final to sponsor. Due date's optional, priority's optional. And then you can also delete a task. And that is about it for the lists. Oh, you can also search lists as well, and it is the same as searching a list of lists. There's a few things that we did not implement that would make this better. As you can see, currently you can't edit the lists as we saw earlier. If you do the category different capitalization, they won't go into the same one. And you also can't reorder the lists manually. Like I can't move these ones around based on whatever I want. It has to be by these presets that we already have. The search bar, we should probably have added a filter bar instead as well for these two. But we just press search and it'll reset whatever was done. So if I switch it to due date, what's the one? And then if I go to none, press search again, it resets it into the order that they were created by. And that is our project.